Out the window.
Today we're doing Long Island City and Astoria Love Letter, and we're going to hear stories from some notable community members who all lived here before it was discovered and who loved it before it was cool.
My name's Louie Gasparro. In some fields I'm known as KR.One. I'm from Astoria, Queens, man. I wouldn't trade growing up in Astoria when I grew up for anything. You know, when I was a kid growing up, we were free. I felt free. Cell phone. We knew the phone numbers to phone booths. I remember walking by 35th Avenue and 33rd Street. There was a phone booth on the corner, an actual booth. I'm headlining that phone booth next week, by the way. So the phone would ring. All right, so, hello? Yeah, yo, what's up? Who's this? Jimmy. Oh, what's up, Jim? What are you doing? Nothing. Going home. Who's at the schoolyard? Larry, Mo, Curly. Okay, later. That was social media. The train going by with the name, that was social media.
I need a little more room.
Hi, my name is Roxanne Shante, and I am from Long Island City. I am what is called a QBer. That means I am from Queensbridge. I grew up right down the street in a wonderful, beautiful neighborhood called Queensbridge Public Housing, which is the largest housing project in the world. Growing up in the projects, people would leave their doors open. People would automatically call people out the window. One of the things, too, about growing up in Queensbridge was the music. See, putting your speakers inside of your window was a way of being able to communicate. It was our own little beat of the drum, except it had songs going along with it. So you would hear certain songs in the morning, which would let you know how your neighbors felt. You could tell if somebody's husband left them, because then it would be slow songs in the morning, like, oh my God, I can't believe he's gone. Let me tell you since, baby. And the next thing you'd be like, oh, her husband must have left yesterday.
Reminds me of you.
My name is Yvette Ramirez, and I am born and raised in Astoria. I am an arts administrator and oral historian. My story is about my parents' actually small businesses here in Astoria, and kind of like that love-hate relationship that I had, having to work at my mom's hair salon and my dad's shop, but then also coming back as an adult and really acknowledging how important that was in my life, and also how important small businesses are in communities like Astoria. Thinking about, and also having, I think, coming back to the space of like being more aware of the importance of small businesses, of the importance of these spaces and how important it is to preserve them in this community. Something that Dwayne Reed's and Starbucks can never replicate, ever. They're much of the fabric of this neighborhood and the history and the memories of the neighborhood.
I woke up early this morning.
I'm Jim Hawkins, and I'm a storyteller. We got our comic books in Patley Half's candy store. That's what they were called then. I guess it's sort of like convenience store today. Pat's store was on 44th Street on the corner of 31st Avenue. To go into that store was a magical place for a kid. You walked in the door, and over here there was a long counter. And I don't know if you know the kind of stools where they would twist around and you could roll yourself around. Well, they had stools all along there. Well, from that counter you could get any kind of ice cream imaginable, any kind of soda. I had a love for vanilla egg creams. And over here were all the places where there were the comic books. And here, you name the kind of ball that a kid would like, and Pat Lahab would make sure he had it. There was stoop ball, box ball, stick ball. All of them played with one of these, except that it was pink.
My name is Lucero. I'm a 26-year-old social service worker in Brooklyn. My story today is basically about gentrification in Long Island City. 9 o'clock, the church bells would ring at St. Mary's Church. And we all knew, the kids in the neighborhood knew to come out. And at 9 o'clock, we would play until 11 o'clock, and then we'd go home, have lunch. The church bells would go off again at 12. we would come back out and spend from 12 all the way to 6 when the church bells went off again. And then we would run home. It was like 8:30 at night. The sun was still, like, the sun was setting and it was getting dark, and we were all playing at this park. And me and my friend JT, this Jamaican kid from the neighborhood, who was like 6'2" at the time, you know, we're running, chasing after this kid, and we were running in the direction of this white woman, and this white woman began to scream, saying that she was getting robbed, that she was not going to get robbed. She was like screaming for her life. And I just remember stopping and looking around to see who was trying to rob her. And then I realized she was talking about me and my friend JT. And I remember feeling that my neighborhood, something that was so beautiful to me, had changed. It wasn't what I knew it as.
Now I put down roots on shifting sands, but avalanches keep on washing me down. Down to the river, back to the start, out to the wide blue ocean coast. Now I put down roots on shifting sands, but avalanches keep on washing me down. Down to the river and back to the start, out to the wide blue ocean coast. I turn back around 'cause I'm heading right for the source. Go down to the river and back to the start, out to the wide blue ocean coast. I turn back around 'cause I'm heading right for the source.